Hey guys, Dylan from Noble Records coming at you with another video. This is your weekly heavy rotation. What I've been listening to, what I've been looking for, what I've been excited about this week in music. Appreciate you guys that watch this video, this series. It's something I really enjoy doing. And I feel like only like the die-hard, friends watch this video. So I appreciate you guys. Been in a weird mood lately to where I'm starting to keep a lot less from the shop. And I'm trying to probably go through my collection and cull some things and get rid of some things just so I can make some room for some grails. Like I'd rather spend a lot on one record I really want than have a bunch of records that I probably won't listen to. When you get a lot of records and you go out to listen to them, you're not going to listen to certain records. There's just like, you're going to go for the heat when you go out to listen to something. And that's the way it is for me. Like I'm always listening to like my best stuff when I'm out here because I don't get a lot of time to myself to where I can just sit and enjoy listening to records. So I want to focus on when I do have that time to spend it listening to some records that I really am excited about and I really love. So we all know there's a lot of records in everyone's collection. It's like, yeah, that's okay. I have a lot of records like that I probably need to get rid of. So anyways, so I've been like searching out some big ones. I've sold some records out of my collection, just to kind of, so there's some big ones I've been looking out for. Obviously top of my list is Farm. I've talked about it 1,000 times in my videos. Farm, 1971, early hard rock. It's freaking killer. It's really hard to find. Really looking for a copy of that. If anyone has one, I really want one. Toad, self-titled. That's one I'm hard after. Original copy of Parish Hall I'd like to get. Let's see, I'd like to get, there's a bunch of things I would like to get. Randy Holden, original Population 2, super rare, but that's one I really would love to get my hands on. So there's a bunch. I have like 20 or 30 records that I have a list of that I really would like to get my hands on. So anyways, I tracked one down, a couple down. So there's a couple grails in this stack, and then there's some regular stuff, but we'll get started. This one's called Gin. This is a German like krautrock, prog, hard rock, whatever you want to call it, band called Gin. It's D-S-H-I-N-N. Basically I did like a whole word study on what that was and what it meant. And there's in folklore, I think it's predominantly like Islamic folklore, this being called a jinn, which that's where the word genie comes from. And so it's like a spirit, and that is what this is based off of, is the jinn. And if you see, like, if you ever watch the show, like I used to when it was on, I think it might still be on, but the show Supernatural, like they talk about jinn and genies and stuff all the time. So anyways, but that's what that word means, and in German, that's how they spell it. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. I know you're going to blast me either way, so go for it. Have fun. But anyways, regardless of what the crap that means, this is a killer record. Insanely good guitar. Really killer vocals on this thing, man. This is a cooker of a record. And I've been looking for one forever. And I'm just like, I'm almost giving up on it, And this is like a super, super clean copy. This is original press, just phenomenal condition. And man, I'm so thrilled to get this record. But it is just, I believe you can stream it anywhere, and it's just freaking killer. So if that's your type of thing, seek this record out. It is awesome. I think they've reissued it, but just look at the cover. It's sick. But it's just one I've been looking for a few years, and finally, like a couple of weeks ago, like I've been looking for it, but like maybe a month ago, I started like hard after looking for it, and I found someone who had one, and I was like, yes. Another one, a friend of mine is selling some records on Instagram, and he posted this one. This is a really, really rare record. Super rare in any condition. These, like, when they're mint, go for like $600. This one's not mint. This is Catharsis by McDonald and Sherby. As you can see, there was a man's face here at some point that had some water damage. And so, I mean, if I had to choose which face I wanted water damaged, it would definitely be this one, because this guy, that's the one that really makes this record look awesome. This dude, you can tell he probably doesn't normally dress that way, but Anyways, this is a phenomenal, like, I guess you would call it more on the prog side than the psych side. 1974. These are some hippies that just got into a studio and went nuts. There's some like really killer synth pan going on. I mean, it is right up my alley. I freaking love this record. This one is in kind of rough shape, and the price was, you know, reflecting of that. But here's another picture if you want to see what the guy on the front looks like. That's the guy's face is covered up, as you can see. He's wearing more of a, you know, business casual. The one thing I think is hilarious about this record, I don't know why, like when I saw it, I just busted out laughing. It says, to the kids, Dad. Like some kid's dad bought them this record. They obviously didn't listen to it before. It's not evil or anything, but it's just really out there. You know, like who's buying this record for their kids? Probably me. I would probably do that for my kids. But anyways, this is just a really bizarre record. So basically, these guys, McDonald and Sherby. McDonald, I believe this is McDonald. I don't know which one's which, honestly. I assume this is McDonald for some reason, but I could be wrong. His dad owned a nightclub and would have like all these different bands swinging in and out. So he got experience playing with all these different people. He said he played with Bob Dylan and like a bunch of other people. I don't know that that's true. But he got just experience playing with a lot of people, and he was in like a local band. I think they were called like the Bumblebees or something. They were kind of garagey type of band. But these two guys got together and they decided they wanted to compose this thing. This is like Christian rock. But as you know, like that freaking killer early 70s hard Christian acid rock. Like, I don't know why that's a thing but anyways, it is like, there's some killer records like that. You know, like Fraction Moonblood is like a Christian psych record. There's a bunch. I should do a video on just Christian psych records because they're like awesome. But anyways, this is a Christian psych record. There's 6 songs on here, and but these guys got together and they picked some like local musicians that were in this band, the Bumblebees, and they got in the studio and recorded this record, and it's just off the wall madness. It's really cool. And you can stream this one too. It's McDonald and Sherby Catharsis. I do hate that that's that way, but as I said, you know, when it came up and I saw it, I was like, man, I don't know when I'll ever see another copy of this. I gotta snag it, you know. And so hopefully I can find an upgrade copy someday, but like even the reissues go for $80, you know, $100 maybe. I mean, they're really tough to find. So that's a super find there. This is a reissue. So, like, I just got, like, a ton of really awesome... If you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw the video. I got a bunch of really awesome Psych reissues. And, like Neo Psych and stuff from, like... So, I always, like, try to carry Riding Easy Records stuff. They're, like, Neo, Doom, Psych type label. Heavy Psych Sounds is much like it. I think they're in the UK. So, I got a bunch of their titles. And then I got a bunch of, like... killer psych reissues. So this is one I've been trying to get my hands on for a long time. This is Hackensack Up the Hard Way. Really cool looking record. This is from 1976. I'm guessing. Boom, 73. I was wrong. But this record is really good. It's got some tracks that really rip, and it's got a couple of turds in there, I'll be honest with you. This is not one that burns from one end to the other. But the songs that are good are really good. There's some sick guitar solos in here. This is a good record. Like, I don't know that I would buy it. The original's like $100, $150, something like that. I don't know if I'd go for that. But the reissue is definitely worth grabbing. This is a smoker and a cooker. This is one. Holy moly. Find this one, y'all. This is Jeff Lieberman, Solitude Within. I don't know about you, but if I see this record, I think Kristofferson on acid, maybe? Doesn't look that good. You know, a little bit. This is epic. I mean, if you're with me on this acid trip which I don't do acid, but if I did, if you're with me on this magic carpet ride from hard rock record to hard rock record with just smoking, wailing, down and dirty, funkin', junkin', hard rock, heavy fuzz guitar solos, this is your next trip here, okay? Jeff Lieberman is amazing. And it's like killer vocals. The guitars on here are absolutely nuts. I mean, really, really good. But Jeff Lieberman is on lead guitars, rhythm guitars, vocals, background vocals, percussion, bass. What the heck? I mean, he sang his own background vocals. That takes some, you know. Anyways, but this is one you need to listen to. This is like just so in your face, killer. Man, it's good. That's one you get. And it's one of those that does not look good, but it really is. I think originals of that are freaking nuts. Here's when someone brought in the shop and traded it in, and I was like, oh man, I forgot I needed that. This Guns N' Roses Spaghetti Incident. I had this CD as a kid, and I listened to it all the time. And I didn't know, I don't think I knew they were covers. But this is all covers. Yeah, like I remember the Hair of the Dog. Like I didn't even know that was a cover because I heard this before I heard the original. So, the Nazareth. So anyways, this is one that I just listened to a lot as a kid, and I've never had a copy of it on vinyl. I've always wanted one. This is the original US on the orange vinyl. Yeah. Anyways, I also didn't realize that these are, you know, I've never sought one out, so I didn't know how far they would be to find. But this guy brought in just a really killer little stack of records that was like Guns N' Roses stuff and like a couple rare Bon Jovis and like a Sabbath Vertigo just to trade, and it was great stuff. If you're watching this, appreciate you, man. But this is a cool record. I'm not gonna say it's a great record, but it's a cool record that brings me back to my childhood, and I've always kind of wanted it. And it's the last Guns N' Roses record that I needed original of. So there you go. I don't have Chinese Democracy, but who cares? Next one, we'll go here. This Iggy Pop. Stowaway DOA featuring David Bowie on keys. Yeah, you heard me. This is a really cool boot. I'll just read you. This is recorded April 15th, 1977, California. And then another one, the other set was recorded 1973 during the Raw Power recording sessions in London, England. So this is really good. I think there's a couple outtakes in here, but mostly it's like a really good soundboard bootleg. And as you know with the Stooges, you may not, but Iggy wasn't always on. Like, if you went to a Stooges show, you were taking a gamble that you were going to see a show that night. And you weren't just going to see a drug addict flail around on stage and forget lyrics. So Iggy was on, okay? He was on, and it was great. This is a killer bootleg. I've had this for a little while. I found this in that attic dig I did a few months ago. And I've had a couple Stooges bootlegs. Most Stooges bootlegs completely suck. But what's to be expected? But so I haven't really been urgent, like really diligent about listening to this one. And I put it on the other day, and I was like, holy smokes. I brought it to the shop. Jeremy listened to it, and he's like, yeah. So, yeah, that's a really killer one. And then I'll go ahead and show this one since we're in that same little vein. Lust for Life. This is an original press. I did not realize how rare these were. Apparently, they're super rare. I've had this copy for a while. It's got some cover wear on it there. But this usually lives at the shop because Jeremy listens to it every day. He loves it, which I love it too. I mean, this is a really good record. I think the first couple times I heard it, I was like, it's not the Stooges. But, it's the third or fourth time I listened to it, I was like, man, this is good. This is really good. So that's a really killer record. I got to bring it back to the shop. Jeremy got mad at me. He's just like, where's Lust for Life? Because I brought it home. I was like, well, shoot, dude, I didn't know you listened to it every day. Another one, this is a really cool record that I knew I had, but I kind of forgot about. I haven't heard from him in a while, but a good friend gave me some records a while back. He watches the show. I don't know if you still watch this, man, but love to hear from you. He lives nearby, like a couple hours away. Haven't heard from him since early 2020, if you know what I mean. But he gave me this record. This is Rocky Erickson and the Aliens, the Evil One. This is a insanely good record. And if you're putting this on, you're expecting 13th floor elevators. It doesn't sound like that at all. But this is like really cool. This is a really cool record. When I put it on, I was shocked how much I liked it. Because I just kind of figured, I don't know, I've never listened to it before, so I just kind of figured, like, I don't know if you guys are like this, but sometimes if there's like a really killer band and then there's like a solo career, I didn't want to put this on and hear Robert Plant now and then, you know. I didn't like Robert Plant stuff. It kind of, you know, soiled that image of Led Zeppelin for me because all of his solo stuff sucks. I mean, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. I love you. But, you know, if you're going to do something solo, bring Alison Krauss along. I was just kind of worried that I would, you know, not like it or whatever. And I put it on and I was like, dang it, that's good. Also, this is like a really, really rare and valuable record. I've had it for a long time. I've probably had it for over a year, maybe 2 years. And I haven't listened to it. And so, like, I pulled it out of a box the other day. I was like, man, I forgot I had this. And I threw it on. And I was like, I've been listening to it back to back nonstop. It's really cool. It's really weird. The lyrics are insane. But it is like a really cool... I don't know, man. I don't know how to describe it. Like, it almost has like a post-punk vibe to it too. Like, but it's a really good record. Just listen to it. Don't make me describe it. Just listen to it. Let's see. I gotta move this record or it's gonna get messed up. Another one, since we're going through all this stuff. I'm trying to keep the theme similar. This one like needs to go towards the bottom if we're gonna go that route. Okay. This is a band with that title, certain words you cannot say on YouTube, and I'm not sure if that's one, but as you can see what it's called. This is kind of a cool record. It's got some cool guitar riffs and stuff to it. I found it the other day. It's a little out there, a little spacey, but it's a cool one. Thought I would just give you a glimpse of it. This is one that is Tai Fong, my sister Jane. This is a record that is not expensive. I think this is like $15 record, but it's like prog and it's really good. It's a really good prog record. I like to show things that are affordable and gettable. This is like a really good cheapo record. This is another one. This is Call Me Man by the Jules Blattner Group. Now, just think about old Jules Blattner. This is Jules Blattner right here in the middle. You know, apart from his terrible wardrobe, I'm sure that his name being Jules Blattner didn't do him any favors growing up, if you know what I mean. He probably got made fun of as a child a good bit. But this is a really good record. I've seen people call it Psych. It's not Psych. It's just rock. But it's got some really cool, like, kind of beachy guitar vibes to it. And it even has some, like, cool slide vibes, like slide guitar in a couple of the songs. This is a pretty cool record. You can get it for, like, $15. All right, let's keep going. This is one that I've been listening to this week. It's krautrock. It's like hard krautrock. Virus Thoughts. And it is so good. I have the other Virus record, an original press of, but I need an original press of this. If you have one, let me know. The original has like a green cover and green text rather than the red. But this is a killer krautrock record, and I've been looking for an original for a while. And I listen to this reissue all the time and just wonder to myself, what would it be like to have an original? This is one that's kind of impossible to find an original of. This is Witch, Lazy Bones. This is Zambian psychedelic rock. This was my first like introduction to Zam rock. So this is whole Zam rock scene. It's like psychedelic rock out of Zambia. And it's really killer stuff because it's like if you mix psych with Afrobeat, like it's nuts. It's really great. But this is one this is the Abbey Road of Zam rock, I would say. This is one that's really popular, really common. This is the most popular band in Zam rock, probably which stands for We Intend to Cause Havoc, if you wanted to know that. But this is just a really killer smoking record. I think originals go for like over $1,000. And they're always like in just destroyed condition. But this is a fantastic record. I've been listening to that a little bit this week. And this is one, this just came out like a few weeks ago. This is called Skull Crusher. This is an EP. It has 4 songs on it. This is like female singer-songwriter, floaty type of stuff. Total change, of course, I know from what I've been talking about. But this is really cool. If you like Julian Baker and stuff like that, check this out. It's called Skull Crusher. You can get these for, I think they're like full retail, brand new is $15 because it's an EP, you know. But this is one, you can stream it, look it up. It's really good if you're into that type of thing. This is one I didn't bring, but this King Gizzard, I just brought it back from the shop to show you. This new King Gizzard Live, I guess it's just called Live in San Francisco 16. There's like 2 different versions of it. This is the like cool version, the cool kid version. that only the cool kids have. It costs a couple of dollars more because it's a little hieroglyphic-y, and like the colored vinyl is, you know, supposed to be important. But anyways, this is a really, I mean, the other day somebody was in the shop and they were like, would this be a good start for me if I wanted to get into King Gizzard? And I was like, you know what? Yes, it would be great. This is like the sweet spot of King Gizzard for me. Like that, the sound that they have on this live show is just freaking amazing. Like, just listen to this. It's really good. Okay, so now I'm going to go through like some common records. This is going to be really fast, but as you know, in the past, I have spoken a little bit before about if I'm going to keep common records in my collection, they're going to have to be something special about them. Because, I mean, that's just the way I am. So most of my common records that I don't listen to all the time, you know, I gut out. But I try to collect promos or like super clean copies in the shrink, something like that, you know, for it to be like my regular old stuff. I like that stuff to be nice. The Allman Brothers and Sisters, this is a promo. This came out of that metal collection. The guy was like an avid Allman Brothers guy, so it had a lot of promos and stuff. So that, I've never seen a promo of that, so I grabbed it, so I swapped it out with my copy. This is one, The Road Goes On Forever. This is a good cheapie. You can get these for like $8, live Allman Brothers record. But that one is a promo, as you can see. This is Win, Lose, or Draw, which is a great record. It has the promo sticker, but it also has this sticker on it, which I've never seen one with that sticker on it. So that's really cool. But this is like a underrated Allman Brothers record, in my opinion. This one, you know, you don't see very often. The Eagles, it's got that promo sticker. And I will say, like, I've heard a lot of people talk down about the Beatles. Not the Beatles. Ugh. Yes, the Beatles. But also the Eagles. I've heard a lot of people like talk like the Eagles are overrated and all this stuff, which, whatever. Overrated, underrated, who gives crap? If you like it, you like it. Shut up. But regardless of how they're rated, the Eagles were like so insanely good. I mean, I know that it's not like the popular thing to say that the Eagles were good, but they were. I will give you a short story that I didn't plan on telling, but I felt inclined, so I will tell it. When one of my old jobs I used to work at, it was not music related. I worked in a glass factory. I welded glass to glass with glass. Think about that. Anyways, there was a guy, and he was kind of like the pretentious, snobby music guy there, right? It wasn't me, obviously. But this guy, like, you could tell he probably worked at record stores growing up, and not the fun ones like mine, like the snobby ones, you know. And he was always like, well, and he was talking about how James Taylor, like, if you like James Taylor, you have no taste, and all this stuff. And so he would go around and say, hey, do you like James Taylor? And if someone was like, yeah, he's okay. And they'd be like, bah, bosh, bah, you have no taste. You know, and like, it's just like so stupid and childish. And like, and so for a while when I was working there, I wouldn't listen to James Taylor because I was a little like ashamed. And then I was like, you know what? James Taylor's an amazing songwriter. And if you want to be that way, you can be that way. That's fine. And so that's the same kind of way with the Eagles. A lot of people are like pretentious about it. Like, if you don't like it, just let other people like it and leave them alone. Who cares? This is Desperado promo copy. It's beautiful in every way. This is one like beautiful copy of this anyways on the border, but it also is a promo. You know, these mostly, like most copies I see, have like a ring wear because the cover's so white. This has been kept in a sleeve. It's got the promo sticker. It checks all the boxes for me. It's staying in the collection. These next few are not promos. This is just like clean as you could ever find copy of ZZ Top Tejas. And that, like, I don't collect all of ZZ Top, but like there's a certain era where it's killer and I have to have it. Allman Brothers, I do collect everything from. This was in the shrink. Really nice copy. And that artwork, come on. And then this one I'd never seen before. And I am a Dwayne Allman fanatic, if you didn't know. And this is like that Dwayne and Greg. As you've seen them before, probably. But it's got the Dwayne and Greg, and it's got like a rip down. I've got one somewhere. This is the same as that, but this is a gatefold. And I've never seen this pressing of this, so it's kind of cool. So I kept it. It's like stuff with Dwayne and Greg. I think it's stuff from Hourglass and their bands that ran all that stuff. So anyways, I also want to give a shout out. I don't do a lot of shout outs. So if you know, the reason I don't do a lot of shout outs is because someone who gives a lot of shout outs, you stop listening. You know, you're like, okay, well, he talks about everybody. I want for when I do a shout out for you to know, okay, he's serious. Matt Sands and the Psych Professor. I've talked about them on my channel a little bit before. I've had them on as guests, but they have an amazing channel. And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be doing YouTube. Matt, when he first started his channel, well, I don't know. I mean, he's been doing it for way longer than I have. I watched his channel for like 3 years before I started a channel, but he really got me into Psych and like so many good Psych recommendations. So like, I really built off of like what he was showing and all that stuff. I mean, I'd sit down, write things down with a notebook while I was watching their stuff. Just such a wealth of knowledge. But it's Sam and Matt, their psychedelic record finds. But anyways, I'll put a link to his channel in the description of my video. But they didn't make videos for a while, and now they're back and they're making more videos. So I want you guys to show them some love and subscribe to their channel and get them hyped about it so they continue to make videos, because it's good stuff. They got great senses of humor. They're great guys, and I just want you guys to enjoy their channel. It's really good. So they're not paying me to give this endorsement. I'm just doing it because I love them and I want them to make more videos. So watch their channel. It's awesome, especially if you like Psych. If you don't like Psych, it might be unsettling to you. So anyways, thank y'all for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button. Watch these other videos and follow us on Instagram. You know what to do. Anyways, enjoyed it. We'll see you next time.